Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you.
Okay, so how to work with local repository, that we did it. But how do we work with remote repository, that we need to do that. So let's work it like this. So this is my laptop, and let's say this is someone else's laptop. This is someone else's laptop, and this is someone else's laptop. I must remind you, when say just this image, we need to remember that. So this is the distributed model with the Git right side, left side server and client model. Now there's one thing also. I hope this image you remember. So when we look at the local environment, local repository, we have three area. First one is workspace, second area we call staging, and third repository. Remember that in the repository we have a committed code. Okay, so when I want to share the repository again, so it should be done from the workspace which is here, or repository. Tell me, if I want to share the code with someone else, it should be done from the repository or from workspace. All of you?
Repository.
Repository. So please remember that committed code only you can share with other folks. Okay, so this is the repository. I'm representing this is a repository. Okay, this is also repository. This is also repository, and this is also repository. Committed code. I'm representing here repository. So now Linus Torvald. Okay, I ask Linus Torvald, hey, how can I share my committed code, okay, with other folks? Okay, how can I do that? Okay, because I know that I can do everything, but at the end we need to share our code with each other. So how can I do that? So as per the Git specification, okay, you can share the repository, basically sync. Remember that repo sync. It's a very simple word, but it will help you to visualize what is happening actually. So repo sync, or you can share your code with other repo or any other repo. So for example, this all repos belong to different person. So this repo can push the committed code. Okay, that's the one thing it can be done. And in fact, let's say this is Rajesh, okay, and this is Jamie. Okay, so now Rajesh can push the his repo committed code to this repo, or Jamie also can pull it from this repo. So this push and pull, it can happen between the two repo. Okay, So same goes with other repos also. So any repo, please understand that very generic concept. Any repo can push and pull to any other repo. Okay, is that clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah. So now the next question is, what is the technology? What is the protocol to talk to this over the internet, over the network? So there are two protocol which is supported by Git. Okay, and that is one is SSH. Okay, and another one is HTTP. That means, okay, if this repo which is available on HTTP, hosted by HTTP, Apache Nginx or Apache, sorry, Nginx or Apache or maybe IS, then it will become HTTP. Okay, and SSH for that, you know that you need a user ID of this machine. So Rajesh need Jamie's user ID, IP address, password, and protocol, all these things. So he can push and pull because it's there in this repo is there in the directory. If you look at this image, my repo is there in the Git Rajesh all workspace Git repo dot git. So this is the repository. Look at my cursor. Okay, so here. So this is the two ways you can push the committed object and you can pull the object. Remember these two protocol. So HTTP required that web server to be there around the repository. For SSH, you have to have a others machine access. So this is okay. One to one, any repository can push and pull through SSH and HTTP. But you have team, right? You are not alone, so you cannot, like, there's no only two people who can do the push pull against each other and then share the code, committed code. There are many people are already then there in the in the team, so they also need to do the push pull. So if I do this model, then that way, let's say you have a 10 people, so 10 people, one people has to do the push pull with 9 people, and that's going to do the huge work actually, right? So what do we do? And at the same time, you might not be comfortable sharing I mean, your password, or you might not be available 24 by 7 as per the others timing and all. So many challenges has come for this model. So what is solution for that? So then as a team, we decided, okay, let's do one thing. Let's not do the push and pull against each other, but rather let's create one more repository. Yes, let's create one more repository. Okay, so here we created one more repository, but this repository, what was, who was owning, not individual but a team. So mind it, there is no server here. This is one, also one repository, and in fact the one which we created just now is also one another repository. So now what we decided, let's do one thing. Let's do the push and pull against the master repository or central repository, and it will be easy for us, all of us, to work on it. Did you understand that? So now SSH and HTTP, whatever you want to set it up, you can go ahead and do that. Make sense, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so now this model is very effective model. So remember that there is a two keyword which we use a lot. One is like a remote repository. So if it is, this is my laptop, for me, every all four repository is a remote repository, and this is a central repository. So remote repository, there is one keyword, and there is a central repository. Central repository, a repository where we all of us work as a team. So this one in the middle, it's a central repository and as well as a remote repository for me. Okay, so that is how it has started happening. So everyone started doing the push. So let's say Rajesh want to share some code, he will do the pull to this central repository, and if others wants it, then pull it, or if Rajesh wants it, pull it. So push pull, push pull, push pull. So remember that everything we do in the local. See, I write a code here as a developer and then add it, commit, and then push to central repository. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is what used to happen. Now what happened? Then suddenly, after working with this model, suddenly Akshat, what he said, Akshat said, "Hey, I am not going to work like this. I need some more features of it." So what features you wanted? So he started saying that, "Hey, I need one features which is on top of central repository. I need UI." Okay, UI. So when we demanded this feature, then Linus Torvalds said, "No, we have no plan to develop. No UI will be given." Then after some time, let's say Amit came and he said, "Hey, we need a issue tracking solutions on top of this repository." So Linus Torvalds said no. So no UI, no issue tracking. Again, let's say Deves came and he said, "I want the wiki integration." Wiki means project documentation integration on the top of mm, central repository. Linus Torvalds said, "No, we don't have any plan to add some more features." So like that, let's say your security guy came and then say, "Hey, we need role-based access control." Role-based access control means someone should be having all access, someone should be having limited access, like that. Role-based access control, so you can secure the code. So no, this feature is not available. Then someone said, "Hey, at managing one remote repo uh, is okay, but we have an enterprise, we have a thousands of project running. So it's not like one remote repo. I want a place where it should be multiple remote repo. I should manage it from only one place." So no. Then someone said, "Hey, I need some features where I can do the CI also, continuous integrations." And Linus Torvalds said no. So basically, whatever the feature which I'm talking about, whatever the feature I'm talking about, for example, UI, better UI, issue management capability, wiki sort of functionality, role-based access control, ability to manage multiple repo, you know, ability to manage multiple repo. All these feature, whatever we are, CI implementations. Okay, so then Git did not provide it. Okay, so these all features we wanted as a team, as a company, as an organization, as a management, but we did not get it. So what do we do in this case? So see here, a developer loves Git because they get a complete control. They can do whatever they want in the local repository, and ultimately they can do the push pull against the remote repository. Now, but it's become a very challenging for the organizations to use the Git. That is where many organizations came and said, "Hey, listen, Git will not provide this feature, but I can provide it if you're ready to pay for something, for some these features." So these are the organizations which you see, that GitHub, you have GitLab, we have a Bitbucket, and many other organizations came into this domain and they started serving the features like this. Are you able to understand that?
Yes.
So now, so here you can call it a GitHub server or a GitLab server or Bitbucket server and Git server, but you cannot call it Git server, because if you look at this Git architecture, here there is no server. But if you look at this architecture, the one which we are discussing, in this case, this software remote repo will be replaced by GitHub server, and that server will have ability to manage UI, issues integration, wiki integration, rollback, ability to manage multiple repos, CI, and many other features. So guys, did you understand that how do we share the code using Git? All of you.
Yes.
Okay, so now what to do? So guys, anyone can create account on GitHub. Anyone, just like user email ID. I'm not going to teach you how to register it. You can do it much better. So now, here this is the GitHub. I have logged in already, and now these are the organization you see. So a person can create multiple organizations at GitHub. Okay, and organization means organizations. That means one organizations will contain their own repo, their own team, their own access to this thing. So these are the organizations I've created. I'm going to work with one organization which is temporary, somewhere here. So view the organizations. Look at this here. So you can directly log in and you can start working on it also. So your login will become an organization by default. But if you want to create a separate organizations also, you can do that. So here you see, this is the UI in front of my screen, and this how many repos you have, 59 projects, team, people, and all stuff like that. So yeah, you can use it. So first thing, can we create a repo? So here you can manage a multiple remote repo. So right now what I'm doing, creating a repo. So here just typing one and 2023. So this is the name of the repo I created. So last day when you do the git init, it's like that I'm doing through the UI. Okay. Now here I am having two options, public and private. So public repo, your content of the repo commit will be shown to everyone, but only the person whom you give access can modify. Private repo, it will be shown only to the one whom you give access, and then also edited by the someone whom you are giving access. So not everyone. I'll leave these all options as it is and create a repo. Here it is. So I told you this is the remote repo. What is the address for this? So HTTP address is this is SSH address for this. So remember that for HTTPS you need a token. You cannot use password of GitHub with HTTPS. I repeat, you cannot use password of GitHub with HTTPS. Why? It got deprecated. Earlier it was working, but now it will not work. So you have to generate a token. How to generate a token? I'll show you. And then SSH. For this, what you need to do? For SSH, you need to upload your public key to the GitHub website. How to do that? I'll show you. So this is your website. Now I need one of the repositories. So where should I go and get the repository? So go to workspace, git. I think this is the one, and these are all the commits which you have. So open up git bash, and now git. See, so let me show you the commit. Let's commit log hyphen one line. So these are the commits I'm having, almost 8 9 commits. Okay, so now I'm going to push this. So push, and where I need to push. So for that I can use HTTPS to begin with, and here this URL. Now which branch you want to push it? So here master branch. Yeah. So git push and the master branch and enter. Now this push for HTTPS, this is the protocol HTTPS, right? So you have to use the token. How do you get a token? So for that, let me go to this. It'll be having recordings. So you can go to this setting option under the user account. Now go to the bottom section here, developer settings, and PAT, personal access token, classic or fine grained, anything is okay. And here you can generate a classic token. Now here you can give access to anything, whatever you want it. Give the name, let's say demo or something for 30 days. And here whatever the access you'll give, the token can do with the take token. Any person can do the same thing. Okay. So here and generate a token. Now this is the token which you need to give it here. Now see that here, invalid username and password. So just type one more time, because what has happened, the last time whatever that it was set the token, it didn't work. So this time it will ask you new token. So don't start searching immediately on Google after this error, because you'll have to put it up. So it will pop up one window. Okay, see that window. Here you can log in through the browser also. You using browser, then user ID and password. But token is a safer one. So this is the one, and sign in. So see here. And now see the push has happened. Now can I verify? So go to here and refresh. See here. So now same repository, you got it at a remote location, which is at the GitHub, and you see the 9 commits, and these are the files. Now look at this, all this UI. I don't think so. You'll have any questions like what is this, what is that, and all, because it's the moment you start browsing, you'll start getting all this stuff split, unified. You can comment on the code and all these features. So guys, are you able to understand that, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so now if you want to use HTTPS, oh sorry, SSH. So I use SSH, HTTPS. Now if you want to use SSH, what to do? So first thing, you have to have your public and private key. Where exactly? Let me show you. So this is your user home, start dot, and here dot ssh. So where is that ssh? Here it is. Look at this. So you need to have a public and private key under your user home and ssh. So sometime it may not be there. So let's say if you have not generated in the past, so this may not be there. So the question is how to generate a ssh. I'm not generating it in front of now you. Why? Because it will get replaced, these two files which I have used multiple places, but I'll share with you the command. So here, just always come to this one, and here you type git ssh generate key. So here, see here, how to generate, upload your public key to GitHub for SSH access on GitHub. So see here, first step number one, what you have to do, first check if you have a public and private key already, which I ask you. After that, if not there, then generate this public key using this command line. Okay, so this command line will work on the Windows, PowerShell or Linux, all it will work, no problem. And then it will be generated. Keep entering, don't pass anything as such right now. And then after that, you will get these two files. Okay, and in Windows you see that you get these two files. So now upload this file, public file, to GitHub. Okay, so log into the GitHub here, go to this area and copy that key, and done. So after that, you SSH will start working. So let me show you that area where setting button, and here, and you see that I have a keys already, new keys you can upload, name it whatever you want, and copy paste this key, which you can see public key here. Did you understand, all of you? So when you use the public key SSH, then you'll not get a prompt for password or something, and then you can push and pull without any password using SSH protocol. Understood, all of you?
Yes.
Okay. So now I did this, and now what other guys will do? Other developers. So they want to work also, right? So they will start working. So I'm behaving like another person. Okay, so I'll delete this, and they will copy this here, because I have a token, so https, and open up this one. Now I'm behaving like other person. So if I come out of this repository, see that master is gone, that means I'm out of this repository, repo one. So now git clone means clone, You might have seen this movie, Matrix movie. You can clone it as many times you want, and you will get the same everything as it is. So like this, enter. So now I'm acting like a different person. So Rajesh has committed and pushed the code to the GitHub, which is our central repository. And then there I can clone it. From there anyone can clone it. You'll get 100% content. And now you see that here, this has come CD deck 123, and now Git, this is another person, okay? He is validating all the commits are there on. So you see here, all the commits has come, whatever Rajesh had pushed it to GitHub. Now what he will do, he'll write a code. So other guy is writing code. So here I am Ramu .txt. This is my code, and do whatever you want to write a code. After that, I have completed my coding. After that, what I will do, because it is my clone, so I'll set my username. So git config user.name Rajesh other or Ramu Kaka. This I'm setting up other user Ramu Kaka, and email ID Ramu Kaka at gmail.com. Enter. And then after that git commit, and why you are committing, so Ramu Kaka other guy, and here I'm committing, but here it says, oh, something is missing. What is missing? Anyone have idea?
Add.
So always remember that adding and committing. Now I committed. Now I want to share, Ramu Kaka want to share his code with Rajesh. How? Through the GitHub. So git push. Okay, git push and then URL. So this is the URL. You can put it up. But you know what? You cannot remember this URL again and again, and copy and pasting is irritating work. So what is that? So when you clone it, then this long URL is set to as aliases to this keyword, which is called origin. So origin is the aliases which is equivalent to the your URL of your GitHub. So here I set origin, clone process will set that one. Okay, and then master branch, enter. Okay, and now you see Ramu Kaka also has pushed this code. Okay, so now can I check this here? Here Ramu Kaka has pushed or not? So refresh, and now you see that, oh, Ramu Kaka code has come on the GitHub. So now Rajesh wants the Ramu Kaka code. So what to do? He will go back to the repo one. I'm acting like Rajesh now. Okay, and now do you have a Ramu Kaka code here? See that code is not there. So what he will do? Git pull and then URL and branch name. URL and branch name. Branch name is master, right? Yeah, master. So this command I will run it. But before pulling, because URL I don't remember, and same way I want to set aliases. So there's a one way to set aliases is git origin. So this you are creating a new aliases. Clone process will create this aliases, but because I'm working as a Rajesh, I did not set this because I initiated my repository to begin with. So that clone will not be set. I mean that URL will not be set. So I can set it up, git remote add remote named with origin. This name can be anything, origin, what, XYZ, whatever it is, can be anything. But in our practices, when you have a first remote repo, we named with origin. So that way we remember all of us. What is the URL now? It's a one time activity. So URL is
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.